one of the books that predates almost all the medical texts that we have in fullness is the Huainanzi, which is a book of stories or fables. It's a little bit like Aesop's Fables, but in China. And the Huainanzi has great stories in it, and one of them is the story of Bo Le and the 1,000-li horse, or the horse that can run 1,000 Chinese miles. And it goes on about how an ordinary horse can do this much work, but if you have a 1,000-mile horse, I mean, that's incredible. And in a time when horses were the most important thing, that would be huge. The problem is that the 1,000-mile horse is beyond even the most muscular, big, strong horse. That what makes it go from 200 to 500 to the jump to 1,000 is not physical. It's the spirit of that horse. It's something different. And so, if you don't see it, if you don't recognize the spirit of the 1,000-mile horse and you treat it like an ordinary horse, it acts up on you. It kicks off people. It kicks the walls. It's biting people to try and get more food. It's a jerk of a horse. And so you complain about it, you beat it, you make it work the mill, maybe you sell it, you spit at it, you complain all the time. And there, in your paddock, is a 1,000-mile horse. And you're yelling at it the whole time. And then the story goes on about Bo Le, this person, and that this person had the skill to recognize a 1,000-li horse when he saw it. And so his job, the king would send him out to find these horses, and he would go and see the horse and be like, this has the spirit to be, this is one of these horses, and bring them to the emperor. So it goes on about this and how rare. The whole thing sets you up. I mean, that's the great thing about these fables. They set you up about how rare it is, how rare it is, how rare it is, these horses, and then all of a sudden it stops and says, actually, 1,000-li horses are not rare at all. It's Bo Le, or the person who can recognize it, that's rare. It means in this room, given the right circumstances, how many of us could be 1,000-mile horses, or people, or whatever it is? But nothing was put into line for us, and there we just never developed that. That's the story of Bo Le.